Hey, it's Kevin. I got another project here I'm working on. I actually had this thing hooked up last year, but when I put the new forge and stuff in there, I had to move all this out. When I change my motor oil in my car, my truck, and tractors, or whatever we change the motor oil in, I use it in my wood burner, and I burn it in the wood burner, and this is how I use it. This is off an old rototiller or an old 5 horsepower motor. I think it holds about a ½ gallon. But I actually put a small valve on the bottom of here. And this valve is all brass. It's a little brass valve. And this actually hooks to a brake line. This hooks into the brake line here. And then I have a dripper. This is just cut off so it drips inside the wood burner right on top of the wood. Now I'm not burning totally oil. It's not just an oil burner. I use the drip when I'm in the garage and I'm working out here and I got wood in there. What I do is I turn this on just a small drip, and you'd be amazed at how much heat I get off of that wood burner with just that small drip inside there. It's pretty amazing how much heat I get off of it. You're not really wasting the oil because you're getting some heat out of it. So I'll show you how I got this thing hooked up. I was actually sitting here welding up a little bracket that'll mount on the top of my wood burner. This will mount right on the top of my wood burner. I'll bolt it down. Mind you, my wood burner is nothing, it definitely heats my garage really good, but I don't really care about if I drill a hole in it. But I'll bolt this down to the top of it, and then we'll bolt this right down to the top of this, and we'll have a stand for our jug. Now, people will look at that and they'll say, well, that's going to get too hot. It's above the wood burner, you know, it's going to get really hot. It does get really hot, but it's not going to hurt that oil any. It's going to make it a little bit thinner, and it's going to give me a better drip down in there. So a little bit of heat on that wood burner or on that tank is not going to hurt it. You'll see, I burned it all year last year, and I'm going to burn it all year this year again. Hey, cold weather's coming. We got to keep it warm in here. We want to do projects, we got to keep it warm. Okay, we got our bracket all hooked up, and we got our tank up here, and we got our old piece of brake line coming down. We drilled a new hole. I had a hole here last year, and it was too far close to the front. So I moved it back about 4 inches. And it's actually running oil in there now. And if I could get it to where you could hear it, when I turn the oil off, you'll hear the furnace go down. Then when I turn it back on, you'll hear it go back up. And the more I turn it on, the higher it gets. So easy as that. I'm burning the old motor oil now. I'm getting heat off of it, and it works fine. And like I said, this will get hot. This will all get hot, but that'll give me a better flow, because you know when oil's cold, it's real thick, and it takes a long time for it to get through the tube. But being that it's getting warm now, the warmer it gets, the better flow I will get in oil. So I'll be able to turn it up even higher later. There's a little closer look of everything. There's a little brass valve, the brake line coming down right into the wood burner. I don't know if you could see it. It's actually flames coming off of it as it drips down into the fire. And it'll go hotter and hotter if I close the door. You could probably hear it. And that's just dripping down in the fire. There was one other thing about the oil. Make sure you strain your oil before you put it in your jug, because if you don't strain your oil, it's probably going to plug up your needle valve, the one that's letting your oil drip down through that brake line. Don't forget, if you get a valve, you want to make sure that valve is all brass. That way, if it has rubber bushing in it, it's probably going to melt, because it's going to get pretty hot. Unless you can put your jug further away from your wood burner, but don't forget, the further away it is, the oil's not going to get as warm, and it's not going to flow as fast. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, or leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment or something. Till next time.